Hopefulness 2.0, June 13th. There's a mixing bowl. I got a mixing bowl. It's 5-quart compared to, now it's slightly taller, or yeah, this one's slightly taller, but it's got, significantly more circumference, and that does make a lot of difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some more dough, and first thing I got to do is get some water going. Where's my scale? Oh, it's down here. I need to clean up in here. As is usual. But I've got another one coming tomorrow. But the thing that blows my mind is that I had both of the mixing bowls in my cart for like maybe 2 weeks. And plus a couple of, I had the hand mixer and I have the shoe inserts. Bought them all at once, so $75. But for whatever reason, the mixing bowls are coming from 2 different destinations. One came out of Chicago, which is this one, and then the other one's coming out of Texas. I'm like, how is it that there's not 2 of these in the same place? And it said online, it was like there was 11 remaining or something. Like, how many people are selling only one of these? But I mean, it makes no sense to me whatsoever. So, I got a big ass Amazon box now that could have had another. Mixing bowl in it. So I got the yeast here, some sugar as well. I guess what I could do is just start weighing out the flours. And I'm gonna go shy on I'm gonna go shy on the all-purpose. I'm only gonna do 100 grams of that, and I'm gonna do 300 of whole wheat and bread flour. That's not the same, because the whole wheat and bread flour are up there. So, I have a spoon, or they've all been used. Okay, they've all been used. So, this will be my stirring spoon, as it always has been. But I guess I can just dump it. Grams of you. Oh yeah, this is definitely significantly more space. Oops. Pull out a little bit because I poured too much in there. That's 100 grams right there, and it feels like it hasn't done anything to the overall volume of the. So that's awesome. Let's get. So I've tested this, and it does in fact read properly. 90, so I'll do that again. But for a minute, let's see. And I can put the water, sugar and oil in here if I need to or whatever. I guess I could have proofed it in here first, but whatever. Alright, so now we're red flour. Significantly more of each. But now I just switch right over to the whole wheat flour, so it's whatever. 300 of you. I was potentially going to work tonight, but I completely forgot to ask my boss to take over the shift. And while I was asleep, the guy who I was going to take the shift over from, he was texting me and I didn't answer because I was asleep. Oh, 200. I need 300, don't I? So 100, 600, 700, yeah. I mean, I should know this recipe. I've made it myself. There we go. I'm going to need some kind of better containers for these at some point, because bags just aren't the best option for flour. Fuck, I'm hot already. And then I have all that space, so that's pretty good. I'm going to dump some salt in here. So I forgot to put some in last time. It's a half teaspoon. Do I want a whole teaspoon? Yeah, I think I'll do a whole teaspoon. Fuck it. I'll do a whole teaspoon of each. Sugar and salt and... Let's see, where's my whole teaspoon? There. I'll use a bowl. I'll use one of these bowls instead. Actually, I could instead maybe... Yeah, I'll use that. Fuck it. It doesn't matter. I'll put the water in here. But before I do that, I'm going to put the yeast and the sugar in here. Proofing it just to make sure that it works. It probably will, but it's generally a good idea to proof your yeast just in case. This is granulated, but it's not like your typical white sugar. It's closer to like sugar in the raw type thing. It's a little less fine, which I actually prefer, to be honest. Like, typical white sugar is so absurdly, like, it's just, yeah, I wouldn't have this kind of leeway normally. But, granulated white sugar is like super fine, and I'm not super fond of it because of how fine it is. Turn the light on so there's a little bit more light in here. But yeah, so I mean, the only thing that I need now is oil, and I'm gonna wait on proofing the sugar, or see some signs of fermentation here with the yeast, and then I can dump it in there, and then there's my ingredients for pizza dough. Get it? And I was off percentage-wise in a previous video. I said it was like 80%, it's 70. Excuse me. But big deal. It has that like citrusy taste again. Damn it. Which means I'd have to get a new fucking filter, I think. Shit. It sucks. Means the pH is low. So it's more acidic. But I got mixing bowl 2, number 2 is coming tomorrow. That way I can have multiple mixing bowls for various whatevers, and then I've got a mixer as well, and I think that's coming tomorrow as well. So if they all come tomorrow, that'll be great. Because like tomorrow I need to go get my TV test done. And so the first thing I've already planned out what I'm gonna do. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the mailbox, because that's on the way to Pasadena from here anyway. Go to the mailbox, get some stuff from there. Go to Pasadena, go get the TV test taken care of, and the health screen, because I've got to get that done too. And then I'll come back, get some stuff from Food for Less, because I've still got to get the meats. The main things I need to get, more than anything, are eggs, bacon, and chicken. Those are really all I need to get. So I'm going to take 2 bags with me, with my my messenger bag. And I just realized I'm in the middle of washing laundry right now, and I realized that I set my alarm for an hour and a half, thinking that I was drying clothes, but I'm not, because I didn't have a whole lot of clothes in my first load. And instead I just let the washer run first for now with the second load, then I'm going to put them all in there, and I'm going to put them all in there for a long time. So there's that. But that's okay, it's whatever. I got lazy and I put some soapy water in my cast iron, and then I just let it sit. And it ended up getting a little rusty in there, so I have to clear that out and re-season it. But it's whatever. I'll just do what I've been doing over and over again, and at some point in time or another, I'll either have to do that again, I'll screw up again, or I won't. I don't know. But such life. I think we're proofing, but it's gonna need a little bit more time. The water was on the lower side of warm. It was just over 100. I think about 105 is generally where you want it to be. You just don't want it to go up to like 125, I think it was, because then it can kill the yeast. And if you kill your yeast, then we're not gonna do anything. the flour isn't gonna rise. Your bread. But and then once it's ready, I'll dump in some olive oil, mix that in, and then mix it in here, and then I can get to going with the pizza dough. I'll do that on camera because why not? But I got some rice sitting in the fridge. I got beans that I'm going to toss into the rice. But yeah, I'm going to have a mixer. I'm going to have mixing bowls. Get some meats. I'll have the flours, of course. Once I get, I can go back to the store like on Wednesday. Oh yeah, I gotta get my meds too. So there's like a stop. So it's like start here, right? And this is from my angle, not from yours. But I'm gonna start here, go up over here to the mailbox, go way up here for the TB test and whatnot, and then come way back down, go get meds, and then go to the grocery store, and then come back. I have to do that all, obviously. At least I have to get the TB test effectively done by 5 tomorrow. Now I woke up around, I want to say 3 today. Chances are I'm probably going to knock out again. I don't know in what period, because on my days off it has been very difficult trying to stay awake at night. Nigh impossible. It's really, really, really difficult to stay awake at night when I'm not working. And I think we're working here. Move some of this foaminess over. Is this foamy on top because of the agitation that I did? I think we're getting somewhere now. Yeah, because this looks like it's getting more and more populated. Let's get a better angle on here, light-wise. There's like... I don't see any of the patches that you would normally see, though. But I don't think it's been like a full 5 minutes either. I'm not really certain. Doesn't seem like it's dead, though. But maybe it is, I don't know. It would suck if it was. Oop. See some activity over here. It's like watching paint drying. Both of which are actually pretty interesting. They're just kind of on the slow side. See these little clumps here? Let's see if we can point them out here. Lining on. So like that one right there. It's not typical from what I've been seeing. Down here as well. I think we're getting more activity. Because like... overall, it looks like we're getting a little bit more of a film. Now that could just be this stuff that I pushed over kind of distributing itself over to the side. But it looks like overall there's just generally more colonies. I'll hang on to it for a second for now, and then I'll show you when it starts getting bigger. If it does, see. I'm smelling it though, and that's the thing. Like that's usually a pretty good indicator that your yeast is working, is when you start smelling that yeasty flavor, that yeasty smell. Yeasty. Bob's Burgers, baby. Oh man. But I wish like, it's funny because, like, looking at this and seeing it and talking about it, like, there's a level of excitement in me, but it's not. It doesn't really feel that exciting, you know. It's like subdued, and I wish it were more exciting. But I think that's just my brain, you know. I think that's the depression being what it is. Pushed it over to the side to see what we got. Stuff's gonna have to come back to the top though. But yeah, it's like it's also like a watched pot never boils kind of thing. It'll boil technically, but this one may not though. If the yeast is dead, if the yeast is dead, then they won't boil, or they won't rise, ferment, and all that. But it smells like it. But no, I mean, even talking about it, like there is a level of excitement to it, but it's not like when I was talking about movies way back. How when I was like I decided to stay here and everything. When I watched Raging Bull, and I was talking about it and how good a film it was, and then talking about other factors of movie making and the like, and it's like, I don't know, man. It's. I wish I could figure it out. Me, whatever it is within me, I wish I could figure that out. Because it's frustrating. And I mean, obviously, you know, depression's a big part of it. It's why I don't enjoy things that I used to enjoy, kind of stuff. And it's like I get it, but at the same time, it's like, why can't I have those little exciting moments that I had, you know, back when I was talking about sticking around and doing movie stuff and whatnot? And it's like, and I mean, I don't even know what that really means to me in the end. Like, I don't know how. One could say, well, it's something that you really enjoy, you need to do more of it. Well, yeah, of course, and I'm going to try in some capacity or another. Like, I did watch Goodfellas. Bit of a slog at first, got better later on. Joe Pesci, again, he's great. You know, he works really well with Scorsese. And, you know, I hated his guts as a character. Like, he was just such a shitty person. I felt no empathy for him. But I also largely didn't care about Ray Liotta's character either. And that's the thing about it. Like, and maybe I need to rewatch some more Scorsese films to kind of get an idea. But, like, because I've seen The Departed, but it's been a while. I've seen Wolf of Wall Street, but it's been a while. I've seen, what's the one that they kind of they basically, like, the Joker basically redid that. King of Comedy, I believe. Watch that. And I mean, generally speaking, you're not really supposed to feel empathetic towards the people. At least I don't think you should. I mean, in a way, it's almost documentary-esque. And I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, really. It smells yeasty, but it doesn't really look. I don't know, maybe I just need to not agitate it again. Just just let it sit, do its thing. Because there is some bubbling activity, it's just not nearly as like prevalent. I'm starting to see something here, I think. Like, let me get it in here close, see what I can show you. But like, there's actual action. It's just really limited. Bubbles are kind of rising and popping. See that one right there it was almost in the middle. I'm just not like seeing all the big colonies that I normally see. Now maybe that's what this is right here. And then I don't know, maybe that's where it's gonna start. Usually I'm not standing over it is the thing. Usually I'm just kind of like off in the room when I put a timer on. Then I come back and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. It's ready to go. But, and I'm also using a different sugar too. That may have something to do with it. I'm not sure. Although I think I used the same sugar last time, so I don't know. You know, and kind of going back to the previous thing, it's like, I feel like, so like Scorsese makes certain kinds of films, and they're like, okay, so Goodfellas is based on reality. Like, what happened in the movie is based on real things that actually occurred with people, real names and stuff like that. So it's a dramatization of reality. And you know, Wolf of Wall Street, very similar. Wolf of Wall Street's based on reality. Raging Bull, I think it's also based on reality. And you know, I think they're all effectively true stories, just dramatized. Which is interesting because then, I mean, obviously, the one thing about it is if it's a real story, and if the movie is done right, which, I mean, you know, he definitely did them right, it's like, they may not necessarily be overly empathetic, or they may not be characters in which to empathize because of the nature of what they're doing, and, you know, why they're doing it and whatnot. And of course, you know, he's picking, you know, mobster-style movies, these, you know, New York Italian type demographic, and you know, maybe and much like what they say about writing is write what you know, and it could be with Scorsese, it's like shoot what you know, if you will, direct, create whatever it is that you know. And you know, and then he says that like Marvel Cinematic Films aren't real films. And it's like that's an elitist way of looking at things. It's like, I would say that's not the best route to approach when it comes to cinema. If you think your way of doing cinema is the only real way, that's just like any other pretentious elitist in any other artistic endeavor. And it's like, you're not the person who dictates this stuff. You know, people might respect your opinion, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you are the voice. You're the one who knows what, you know. You don't get, you're not the gatekeeper. In fact, we need fewer gatekeepers. You don't need more. Oops, shit. I always forget how top heavy this thing is. Well, I'm gonna dump this in here anyway. I don't know how. I mean, it smells super yeasty. So could have just been that I didn't leave it alone. I don't know. But now it's, you know, boom. That's what I got. If I don't have any bubblage and whatnot, then who cares? I'm sure it'll still work out. At some point I'll get a bowl scraper in the future, and then I'll get other stuff. But, you know, I'm trying not to spend a lot of money because I don't have a lot of money. I mean, at least with these bowls, I mean, this is significantly better. I don't feel like I have to, like, be super, like, I still need to be careful, but I don't need to be, like, super careful, you know? Oops. Ah, shit, I forgot to put the oil in. Well, I guess I can put it in now. Not the best time, but... oh. And just, you know, gotta stir it in until everything gets hydrated, and at one point I'll have to get in there with my hands, but... and then I'm just gonna stick it in the fridge, because I don't really have to worry about kneading it or anything. I just let it auto-ice, and then it'll just kind of do its thing during that process, and then it's all gravy. What's over here? I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I still don't know what my future holds when it comes to anything. I've been considering, you know, and the one thing is, like, there has been one thing that has been on my mind, especially in relation to my current job, dealing with the mental health aspect and, you know, the sort of the clerical elements of it and whatnot. And I'm just like, to what degree could I expand this, make some better money, and potentially be able to move anywhere? Because, like, it's still very much in my head that I want to move out of this country. Now, it ain't happening anytime soon, of course, but if this job is opening a door that I didn't really know of before about myself with regards to potential future, you know, career paths and whatnot, because, like, I'm 40 going on 41. I'm technically older than my stepdad was when he died. Because he was born on January 19th of 1957. And he died on January 10th, technically the 11th, but that was just the day they declared him brain dead. But January 10th, 1996. 1998. So he didn't make it to 41. But then, you know, you go from July to August, September, October, November, December, January, 6 months in. Well, with me turning 40 at the end of September, it was October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, and now almost June. So I'm 2 months over. Now, what does it have to do with anything? Well, that's just relevance, I guess, but or relevance of the circumstance. Oh, it's just kind of like bumpy. It's not really heavy bottomed, but that's whatever, I guess. It's only $10 for these, so I could have got like a $5 one, but that seemed a little too cheap, and a lot of people had a problem with it. Alright, I think I'm at the point where I need to wet my hands. I'm not really kneading it. I'm just kind of like flipping it over, hoping to get as much of the flour hydrated and stuck to it as possible. I'm doing a pretty good job here, looks like. So now, all right. Yeah, that's a lot better than before. Like, just the amount of space available, so much more significant. I mean, I'm more than double the volume, almost triple. This is 1.5. Could be wrong. Maybe it was 2. I don't know. I'd have to redo it again. I have a cup. I can do it. Won't be a problem. Shit. Still don't have all that dough off my hands. It's funny. I had the door open because I was about to go do some more laundry, and dog was out just barking her head off. And like literally, I don't know, not even a minute after, Amazon dude's like, Amazon, pop. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Everything makes sense now. Appears to be sealed. We'll find out if this was if the yeast is going to work or not. We shall see in the next couple of days. But yeah, I'm thinking like, you know, I don't know. I might pursue this beyond. To what degree, I don't know, but it is making me think as to what my potential future is when it comes to career. So, and at 40, you know, it's a good idea to find something, especially something that can get money into the bank and savings and stuff like that, because, and I understand the medical field, generally speaking, especially outside of certain aspects of it, can, you know, I'm not going to be a doctor, but certain administration, if you will, can be reasonable when it comes to that. So